will stand on the day Barack Obama got elected president. Yeah!
Obama, y'all! Obama did it, man. Black power, man.
No more hate. I see enemies in the street dancing together tonight, y'all.
And I'm 14. Barack Obama's gonna be president.
I want to know how Harlem feel right now. From the east side to the west side, uptown, downtown, right over here, St. Nick, 125th, all the way around. Where is Harlem at right now? You're witnessing the history that we used to read about in the books. You are witnessing the birth of the first black president of the United States of America. This is what it is. So when I say president, you say Obama. President! President! When I say president, you say Obama. President! President! All my beautiful people, make some noise, y'all!
There was a time when my brother Charlie Rangel and Percy Sutton and Basil Patterson and I fought for victories along the way.
Yeah, Keisha.
We didn't believe Bill Lynch when he said this day would never come.
I know a lot of people like me did not believe a moment like this was possible. I never imagined that I would see anything like this. And I think more than anything, we should be proud of ourselves and we should be proud of this country for doing something we never thought we could do, baby. And everybody around here who wants or struggles so we can be something, we should lift them up in prayer today because they made this as possible as anybody else. And I want to say that anybody out here, young children out here, you ain't got to be a comedian or a rapper or a basketball player or a baseball player. You can educate yourself to be the most powerful man in the world. That's what we should be looking at. That's you allow me to be here tonight.
This is the reason why, in a lot of ways, that when Martin Luther King was alive, they had to stop him. Because sometimes when a person got the right heart, the right spirit, it's not about right, it's not about right, it's about what's wrong and it's about what's right. You want to stop that person because that person is moving with the truth.
That's it.
So right now what we got to do is we got to live the same thing that we want from Obama.
Yes.
We got to work to be better people, work to live and grow with one another. So one more time, when I say president, you say Obama. President! President! I love you, Harlem.
People's votes have already been counted, and just under 1,991,022 vote lead for Senator Obama, with 35% of the popular vote in. And as nice as the popular vote is, it's by no means as important as this.
Well, I have to tell you, on a personal level, it's hard to believe that in just a few hours Barack Obama is going to be next president of the United States. I never thought that this day would come in my lifetime, and there is such an amazing feeling to be here in Manhattan, to be in the village of Harlem as we get ready to welcome the new president-elect as these states start to fall for Obama. So it's just on a personal level, very emotional, very exciting. But when you look out at this audience of people who've struggled in the civil rights movement, the anti-war movement, fought for the schools and health care for people's parents, it's an amazing moment in our time, and I'm just glad to be here tonight.
My name is Muhammad. I'm 51 years old, and this is the first time I've seen this type of activity during an election. And we're going to win. That's what ended. We're going to win. We're going to change, not only change America, but I think the world going to change because the policies of America toward the other countries is going to change. We're going to sit down with a lot of those countries who we should sit down with and talk with them and help the people of those countries. Instead of choking them countries, we want to help them.
A change in history. It just means a change in general from the change that what we have been going through with President Bush.
We got a couple of essential states, that in Pennsylvania, which is what a lot of people are worried about. I finished canvassing there for them just this past week, so I'm definitely glad that we won that, but so far everything looks blue. I actually only went out for my mother once. It was actually her birthday, and she decided to go canvassing for Obama on her birthday. But we were there for quite a long time, and it was freezing cold, but it was worth it.
We vote, we count, we win. We vote, we count, we win. And Washington Heights United States, there's only one land in this United States, Obama land, and Washington Heights said, Barack Obama is the next president. This is not just a victory for Harlem. This is not just a victory for New York. This is a global victory for the entire world. Ending a war, an illegal war in Iraq. We in this United States are now taking a path to bring back opportunity to African Americans, Latinos, women, Asians. We can do it, yes we can. Sí se puede. Dejar un mensaje del Alto Manhattan. El Alto Manhattan es la tierra de Barack Obama esta noche. Es la victoria de Harlem, nada más y del barrio, y del West Side, y del East Side. Es una victoria global que le trae prestigio de nuevo a esta gran nación para recuperar lo que hemos perdido después de 8 largos años de George Bush. 8 long years. Let's put them behind us. Congressman Rangel, the chairman of the Ways and Means Committee.
I am a child of the Depression. So I lived during Jim Crow.
That's right.
And I was a Marine in North Carolina. And I witnessed black soldiers and black Marines being treated less well than the Italian and German prisoners of war. And I have to tell you, they knew it wasn't right. You know, we had white water fountains and colored water fountains. But this day has come. We're all drinking from the same fountain now.
Yes! Yes! Woo! Sorry, just down there like. Revive the two.
President Obama has an attitude to it, doesn't he?
Yeah!
President Obama has many people to thank. I'm sure he wants to thank each one of you. And for those of us know that it was people like Bill Lynch who taught us how and paved the way that we could succeed. And Tom Rangel, as he assumes further chairmanship of Ways and Means.
Tonight, America has made a statement.
Yes.
The country that brought Africans here as chattel slaves, systematically brutalized, sold, raped, and tortured them, wrote a Declaration of Independence that describes slavery as the greatest war of mankind, but a conspiracy between New England slave traders and Southern planters had that line removed from the Declaration of Independence. And then the founding Constitution, Article 1, Section 2, Clause 3, the article that provided for slavery and counted Africans as 3/5 of a man. But 221 years later, one of the people they described was elected President of the United States.
See if I got it. Did I get it?
All throughout the early history of this country, what to do about African Americans, from the Louisiana Purchase of 1803, to the Missouri Compromise of 1820, to the Compromise of 1850, the Kansas-Nebraska Act of 1854, and the worst day in America's history after the Dred Scott decision of 1857. Who knew that after Dred Scott, it was only 6 years until we would reach an Emancipation Proclamation? So tonight, right here in Harlem, where its streets are named for the great leaders who led us from this struggle, Frederick Douglass, who said struggle and persevere, Clayton Powell, who said keep the faith, Malcolm X, who lived in our time and offered us a steadfast discipline, criticism, and honesty about America. All of those leaders, whose shoulders on which we stand, sleep well tonight, because in 2 short months, Barack Obama will be sworn in as the 34th President of the United States. By all Americans, Asian, Black, Hispanic, and white, upper middle class, and welfare recipients, tenants, landlords, collaborators, and even the homeless. People who send their children to public and private schools. 140 million of them came down to the polls and put Barack Obama in the White House.
That's right.
If you are Hispanic, if you are Puerto Rican, if you are from the Dominican Republic, if you are a native to Mexico, if you are from Panama or Ecuador, when you see Barack Obama take the oath of office, know that an Hispanic American will take the oath of office seriously. Tonight, we all know that we can be proud to be Americans, because Americans from the deep South that enslaved and then discriminated against people, southern states voted for Barack Obama. The sons and daughters of people who came to this country in chains now have a chance to help set America free.
burn another. You can be another Barack Obama.
Yes!
What a message to send to our children. And it's not just African Americans. Women, who are 51.8% of our population, but systematically discriminated in every form of government, of politics, of business. Those young people came out in droves to tell America that it's time to get beyond race. It's time to get beyond religion. It's time to get beyond national origin. It's time to get beyond age or disability, sex or sexual orientation. It's time to do what Dr. King told us to do years ago. Not to judge people by the color of their skin, but by the content of their faith. And so, if you can hear me, Martin, I think it finally come true. We are free at last. Free at last. Free at last. We are free at last.
Waited 3 hours, 4 hours, many for the first time in their lives, because they believed that this time must be different, that their voices could be that difference. For a collection of red states and blue states, we are and always will be the United States.
Yeah!
It's the answer led those who've been told for so long by so many to be cynical and fearful and doubtful about what we can achieve, to put their hands on the arc of history and bend it once more toward the hope of. I congratulate him. I congratulate Governor Powell for all that they've achieved.
And all that they did wrong with you.
I want to thank my partner in this journey, a man who campaigned from his heart and spoke for the men and women he grew up with on the streets of Stringer and rode with on the train home to Delaware, the Vice President-elect of the United States, Joe Biden. I would not be standing here tonight without the unyielding support of my best friend for the last 16 years, the rock of our family, the love of my life, the nation's next First Lady. Sasha and Malia, I love you both more than you can imagine. And you have earned the new puppy that's coming with us to the White House. And while she's no longer with us, I know my grandmother's watching. Along with the family who made me who I am. I miss them tonight. I know that my debt to them is beyond measure. To my sister Maya, my sister Alma, all my other brothers and sisters, thank you so much for all the support that you've given me. I'm grateful to them. To my campaign manager, David Clough. The unsung hero of this campaign, who built the best political campaign, I think, in the history of the United States of America. strategist, David Axelrod, who's been a partner with me every step of the way. To the best campaign team ever assembled in the history of politics, you made this happen, and I am forever grateful for what you sacrificed to get it done. Above all, I will never forget who this victory truly belongs to.
That's right.
It belongs to you. It belongs to you. I was never the likeliest candidate for this office. We didn't start with much money or many endorsements. Our campaign was not hatched in the halls of Washington. It began in the backyards of Des Moines, in the living rooms of Congress, on the front porches of Charleston. It was built by working men and women who dug into what little savings they had to get $5, $10, $20 to the cause. It grew strength from the young people who rejected the myth of their generation's apathy, who left their homes and their families for jobs that offered little pay and less sleep. It grew strength from the not-so-young people who braved the bitter cold and scorching heat to knock on doors of perfect strangers, and from the millions of Americans who volunteered and organized and proved that more than 2 centuries later, a government of the people, by the people, and for the people has not perished from the earth. This is your victory. Now, I know you didn't do this just to win an election. I know you didn't do it for me. You did it because you understand the enormity of the task that lies ahead. For even as we celebrate tonight, we know the challenges that tomorrow will bring are the greatest of our lifetime. 2 Americans waking up in the deserts of Iraq and the mountains of Afghanistan to risk their lives for us. There are mothers and fathers who will lie awake after their children fall asleep and wonder how they'll make the mortgage or pay their doctor's bills or save enough for their child's college education. There's new energy to harness, new jobs to be created, new schools to build, and threats to meet, alliances to repair. The road ahead will be long. Our climb will be steep. We may not get there in 1 year or even in 1 term. But America, I have never been more hopeful than I am tonight that we will get there. I promise you, we as a people will get there. There are many who won't agree with every decision or policy I make as president. And we know the government can't solve every problem. But I will always be honest with you about the challenges we face. I will listen to you, especially when we disagree. And above all, I will ask you to join in the work of remaking this nation the only way it's been done in America for 221 years. Block by block, brick by brick, calloused hand by calloused hand. What began 21 months ago in the depths of winter cannot end on this autumn night. This victory alone is not the change we seek. It is only the chance for us to make that change. And that cannot happen if we go back to the way things were. It can't happen without you, without a new spirit of service, a new spirit of sacrifice. So let us summon a new spirit of patriotism, of responsibility, where each of us resolves to pitch in and work harder and look after not only ourselves but each other. Let us remember that if this financial crisis taught us anything, unity. Those are values that we all share. And while the Democratic Party has won a great victory tonight, we do so with a measure of humility and determination to heal the divides that have held back our progress. As Lincoln said to a nation far more divided than ours, we are not enemies, but friends. Though passion may have strained, it must not break our bonds of affection. To those Americans whose support I have yet to earn, I may not have won your vote tonight, but I hear your voices. I need your help, and I will be your president too. And all those watching tonight from beyond our shores, from parliaments and palaces, to those who are huddled around radios and forgotten corners of the world, our stories are singular, but our destiny is shared. The new dawn of American leadership is at hand. To those who would tear the world down, we will defeat you. To those who seek peace and security, we support you. And to all those who have wondered if America's beacon still burns as bright, tonight we proved once more that the true strength of our nation comes not from the might of our arms or the scale of our wealth, but from the enduring power of our ideals, democracy, liberty, opportunity. That's the true genius of America, that America can change. Our union can be perfected. What we've already achieved gives us hope for what we can and must achieve tomorrow. This election had many firsts, and many stories that will be told for generations, but one that's on my mind tonight is about a woman who cast her ballot in Atlanta. She is a lot like the millions of others who stood in line to make their voice heard in this election, except for one thing. Ann Nixon Cooper is 106 years old. She was born just a generation past slavery, a time when there were no cars on the road or planes in the sky. When someone like her couldn't vote for two reasons, because she was a woman and because of the color of her skin. And tonight, I think about all that she's seen throughout her century in America. The heartache and the hope, the struggle and the progress. At a time when women's voices were silenced and their hopes dismissed, she lived to see them stand up and speak out and reach for the ballot. Yes, we can. New jobs, a new sense of common purpose. Yes, we can. When the bombs fell on our harbor, and tyranny threatened the world, she was there to witness a generation rise to greatness, and a democracy was saved. Yes, we can. She was there for the buses in Montgomery, the hoses in Birmingham, a bridge in Selma, and a preacher from Atlanta who told the people that we shall overcome. Yes, we can. A man touched down on the moon. A wall came down in Berlin. A world was connected by our own science and imagination. And this year, in this election, she touched her finger to a screen and cast her vote. Because after 106 years in America, through the best of times and the darkest of hours, she knows how America can change. Yes, we can. America, we have come so far. We have seen so much. But there's so much more to do. So tonight, let us ask ourselves, if our children should live to see the next century, if my daughters should be so lucky to live as long, this is our moment. This is our time to put our people back to work and open doors of opportunity for our kids, to restore prosperity and promote the cause of peace, to reclaim the American dream and reaffirm that fundamental truth that out of many we are one, that while we breathe, we hope, and where we are met with cynicism and doubt, and those who tell us that we can't, we will respond with that timeless creed that sums up the spirit of a people. Woo. Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
God
yes,
bless you.
we can. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
States of America tonight. Let's all the voters and people here tonight, may they get home safely and find their homes as they left them. And God bless our children to remember this moment forever and a day. God bless you, New York. Amen. 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 And amen. Now you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
I say, do not let tonight be a waste. Let tonight be for you a new beginning, young people, and start to frame your lives with more positive things, and let Barack Obama be an example to you. And that's what I have to say to everyone that's listening or that will listen.
Obama won, Little Christ, Chaos, Richie Mel's, Red Door Studios, 40,000 records sold on the streets of New York. Listen, we could change things. If we could do it at 14, Obama gonna do it now. He only 40, 47, 48. Obama, yeah? Obama did it, man. Black power, man. Black power.